Welcome to this special edition of the Marion Messenger and the RiverCity Media. I didn't realize how special it was until Camden corrected me. We were doing a promotion which I thought was for a new single to release at midnight tomorrow night, but it's not, Camden. Your
No.
new single is out in just 5 hours.
Yeah, 5 hours tonight, midnight tonight. Hard to hold on the bottle. It'll be my second single on all platforms. People ask me all the time, and it's funny. They're like, "Is it on Apple Music?" We'll say it right now for once and for all. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, anything and everything that you stream music, Alexa, Echo, whatever her name is, it's on there. So y'all go get it, man. I'm so excited for everybody to hear this thing, man. It's pretty cool.
So last time, and just for the ease for everybody, I went to Apple Music. I mean, literally at 12 o'clock, you typed in Camden Smith, it popped up, and I was so excited. I left the first review. Anybody beats me to the review this time, congratulations. I might have to send you a special surprise. But you're going to have to be there exactly at 12 o'clock. Now, tell us about this song. Your first song was a growth for you and the songwriter. But in talking with you about this song, I feel like you think this song is another growth as a songwriter.
100%. I feel like both songs are really good songs, and I'm really blessed to have had complete next level musicians work on both of them. I'm lucky to have the same people work on the first one and the second one that's coming out. And it kind of makes me proud because, we obviously have a lot of hard work. We have a long way to go to get where my goals are, but it's my voice back in November of 2020 and my voice in September of 2021 when we recorded this thing is, it's night and day. I feel like, to me, man, it's fun. I was sitting here, I haven't played I Don't Want to Miss You, just like sitting around forever. And before this, I was just kind of picking along to it. And it kind of reminded me, man, I mean, it's like, look at life now, a year later. So it's long overdue, and I'm glad y'all. I hope y'all are. Hope it's worth the wait for y'all.
So Camden, the first song was almost a 5-minute write. You said it was like you. Yeah. I'm sure you polished it over a long period of time, but the structure of the song came together in 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. What was the process this time?
Yeah. So like last time, how that went. I wrote the words 5 minutes, went to school the next day, locked myself in a room, and kind of put my voice memo on. This one, I had an idea in my head. I was listening to a lot of Morgan Wallen and Jason Aldean, and I was like, man, to have a song like that, that'd be really cool, And I sat down and I wrote it, and luckily that time that I wrote it, I got something out of it. Songwriting's a lot. To me, I've found that it's a lot like fishing. Some days you go and you get bites, but you don't catch a fish, Some days you go and you catch 2 or 3 fish. Some days you go, you don't get nothing, So it's kind of like a hit or miss kind of thing. But I've been lucky. It's kind of funny, too, when I'm 16 years old, and it's the title of the song is Hard to Hold on the Bottle. And it talks about drinking, and all the people in the studio, they're older than me. They're like, how do you know about this? But I personally don't drink, but it's still a very personal song to me. So,
but it is country music at its finest.
Oh yeah,
it is what country. We both are huge fans of the songwriters in Nashville right now, especially Ernest, Hardy, some of those guys that's writing for Wallen. They talk about the hundreds of songs they write before they write the right one. How active do you write?
I wrote one. The most recent song I wrote was last Friday, and it's so weird to me. I've never been rarely ever have I been able to. Okay, at 3:30, I'm going to get in my room. I'm going to write a song. I'm sure some people do it that way, but everybody's different.
Right.
I can't schedule to write a song. It's just this last one. I was on the phone with somebody, and I was like, "Hey, hold on just a second." Hung up, and I went and wrote the song. You know what I'm saying? It's
Really?
just really weird thing. Driving down the road, you get like a song title in your head and write it down, and then you come home and work on it. But man, I'm a huge fan of Ernest and Hardy and their work, and Morgan Wallen even, man. Morgan Wallen's super hot right now when it comes to popularity. But really big fans of those guys, and they all three of them influence. They're huge influences to me, man. So
The only advice I've ever gave you, and I consider myself a pretty good follower and fan, is when Ernest was getting ready and wrote a song and played it on his podcast, I sent it to you, and you were like, "Hey, I already heard it, already got it. Going to learn it next week." And I was like,
"Yeah, Flower Shops, I believe it was."
Yeah,
and which I'll play actually here in a little bit, but Flower Shops and my song. But man, Flower Shops is such a beautiful song, and the story behind it, man, is just so cool. And honestly, if you sit down and listen, it just goes to show how much these guys do their research about the history of music and the order. Like, it's kind of hard to put, but you know what I'm saying? Kind of like where it comes from,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So is your recording, and I do know, so I want to ask it so crazy everybody doesn't realize I don't know. You put basically the same team back together with an exception of the guitarist who was busy at the time. Yeah. But you put the same team back together again.
Yeah, I did. And, last time we had pretty much the same people as, the producer and all guitars, all stringed instruments was Dran Michael. Top of the line guy. I love him to death, man. Sweetest person you'll probably ever meet. And his wife, Amber Carrington Lewis, or Amber Carrington, she was on, I believe season 2 of The Voice. She sung background vocals, and my uncle Johnny E. Smith playing the drums, and that makes me smile every time I say that, because as a kid you always kind of grow up, and even there's 4 drummers in my family, and we all look up to Johnny, and just cause, he's put in the work, and he, to me, he's an OG, so it's really cool to see to have those guys take the time with me and sit down and pump out a good song. So I'm very thankful for those guys, man.
Uncle Johnny's so involved in your career. I was on a thread where you'd broke a drum cymbal, and Johnny was even on there offering you advice. So you're Uncle Johnny. Yeah. And for the folks that don't know, Johnny has played with many household names. He was a who's who among drummer at one point. And his son Hunter is a huge up and comer who's already playing with a lot of people. Your dad calls it the Smith Drum Dynasty.
Yeah, that's a little funny joke that we have, but no, man, Johnny. He is very well respected amongst Chattanooga, but pretty much people in the music business in general, Ben. But his son Hunter, my cousin, he's doing really good, man. It was kind of funny for him. He just all of a sudden just started playing drums, and we were like, "Where did this come from?" But he's taken every advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and I'm so proud of him. I'm proud of Johnny. I'm very grateful for Johnny too, and although he looks out for me a lot, he's there. But there's also times where he can have you almost crying because of constructive criticism, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
You wouldn't be where you are without that's love criticism right there.
That's exactly right. I'm very grateful for that.
Before I get you to play something, I want to talk about one more person, and I think she is remarkable. The background vocals of your first single, and I can't wait to hear this one. It gives me chill bumps to hear Amber's voice. Man, what's it like to be in the studio with her?
She is the most talented singer, hands down, I've probably ever been around my whole life. Just hands down, and I've always I've never really said this, but I've always kind of thought this. You can tell when someone
yes, sir, is
a star.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? They just kind of carry themselves. They have a different vibe. When they walk in the room, it's a different vibe. Same thing with her, man. It's just, dude, she is crazy. And when I say when she was tracking vocals to my first song, we were she's from Texas, so we're like, put a little twang on it and all that, man. And she like went with every run that I did, and freight. It's just, man, she's just crazy, and she's, she got a new she's got a new baby, baby girl, Isla Jean.
Oh,
when we were recording the first song, she was pregnant with Isla, and then it was kind of funny because she had the baby like in her little case or whatever you call it, but it while we were recording the second one, so it's cool, man. It's great to see her and grandparents, but
yeah,
yeah,
that's
kind of
awesome.
like my big brother and sister in a sense, but
All right, before we get you to play, let's promote something though. 325 Broad Street, Peaches, Saturday night, and man, I double booked myself. I'm so mad at myself for double booking myself. This is a huge night, and tell me who you got with you. Tell me about the show. And Peaches is a historic venue in Rome.
Man, Peaches is I've played it, formerly known as the Brew House. Most of you may know it as the Brew House, but they've switched owners, has now become Peaches. And man, so many of my heroes have played there. Luke Combs has played there. The Zach Brown band's played there. Reed Southall's played there. Morgan Wallen has even played there. Hardy, everybody has played there, and I've opened for people there. But I've wanted that show. I wanted to headline that place for a really long time, and being able to, being given that opportunity to do so, man, it's wild, and it's just. I'm honestly, I'm not really nervous about it, but I'm just really anxious. You know what I'm saying?
It's really one of the most iconic kind of places that still exist in this country music world in our area. We've lost so many venues because of COVID that it's nice that this still exists. Will it be you acoustic or the full band?
It'll be full band, and I'll have my opener, who's open for me, my good buddy Fisher Lord, who actually just released a song last week called Whiskey Bottle. He'll be opening at around 8 o'clock until about 8:45, and then 9 through whatever time me and my band's going to be up there playing some songs. And I'm going to go through who I've got in the band. And I got Chris Taylor on guitar with me, and he's outrageous, man. But
he's great.
And on rhythm guitar, I got my buddy Ben Birchfield. And it's kind of cool, man. Ben's been with me since my first show was in a cabin down the road in Rising Pond, Georgia, and we opened up for Confederate Railroad together, man. And he's played almost every show I've had. And he's actually played the first time I played at Peaches when it was the Brew House. He was there, so it's pretty special that we get to share that show together. And so it's Ben Birchfield. He's actually my age. From Flintstone, and then we got Jared Harris on the bass guitar, and he is so one of the best bass players I've ever played with in my life.
Absolutely, Jared's remarkable.
Yeah, sweet guy too, man. He's awesome. And then behind the drums, we got Taylor Locklear, and he's talented too, man. Great guy. I love him to death, man. So I'm blessed with a pretty solid band. So it's not
Chris Taylor was playing arenas about 2 months ago, opening for Alan Jackson.
Yeah.
So that's amazing that you've got him in the band.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, man. Like I remember, when I was like 13, 14 years old as a drummer, and we'd have a band together, and here he is playing arenas, So it's great to see him grow, man. I'm proud of him. He deserves it.
We're proud of you too, Camden. We're proud of Chris. Now, I'm going to cut my camera on because everybody's going to don't want to see me while you're singing. And I will be behind the scene, and I will be working. As soon as you're done playing, I'll come back on. We'll do about 15 more minutes. We've got to plug this CD, though, folks. CD, that's showing my age. This release, we got it the last 15 minutes. We really got to hit it hard. So, Camden, it's all yours. And I will be here when you are done.
I'm going to sing my single that's coming out tonight called "Hard to Hold on the Bottle." So drops midnight tonight. Y'all go get it. Girl, I know we have some history, but what you see is what you get. Girl, I know it ain't no mystery. I've been drinking that Tennessee whiskey to get you out of my head. So I grabbed the keys and I hit the road. Blue lights call, hell girl, I've already lost it all. I don't care which way I'm going, but I know it's hard to hold on the bottle when I'm pushing down on the throttle. Yeah, speed takes the pain away, the sorrow. I know I'll feel it tomorrow, 'cause that bourbon is my only escape. Oh, girl, I'm sure you can smell the whiskey on my breath at the phone every time you call and say that you miss me. Girl, just leave. Don't say you love me. 'Cause if you do what you cut the strings, it'll be about every centuries. Just let me go. 'Cause all I know is getting hard to hold. Hard to hold on the bottle when I push down on the throttle. Yeah, speed takes the pain away and the sorrow. I know I'll feel it tomorrow, 'cause that bourbon is my only escape. Oh, hard to hold on the bottle. Hard to hold on the bottle when I'm pushing down on the throttle. Yeah, the speed takes the pain away and the sorrow. I know I'll feel it tomorrow, 'cause that bourbon is my only escape. Oh, yeah. Hard to hold on the bottle. Hard to hold on the bottle.
I wish you could see the chill bumps on my arm right now, Camden. Wow.
I appreciate that.
Wow. What a song, man. That is a different take for you.
Yeah, man.
I really love that song.
I appreciate it. I'm super excited about it, man. It's I hope it does good. So
I really thought the bridge was different than anything I've heard you do before. Is that something you worked on? That little, it felt almost rocky to me, like had a little Cole Winslow influence there.
Yeah, it'll sound 10 times better, you know, when the thing's out, but with the band and everything. But man, it's just honestly, Dran did that, man. You know, I how it goes for me is as this is I'm super lucky to have somebody that's so musically intelligent. Is I come at him with a song and he just turns it into an absolute banger. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so he adds all the, you know, stops and all that. And it's how we record a song is a lot different how everybody else records a song, but it's pretty cool. So
what about the process for you do you love, and what frustrates you the most?
Well, probably what I love the most is just going in there. I love being in the studio, man, because, you know, it's just, I'm almost kind of like that annoying little kid asking questions about this, that, and the other, you know, but you know, Dran's super patient. He answers all the questions and all that. But the thing that frustrates me the most, I wouldn't say frustrates, but the thing that I dislike the most and that I wish I could which I'm working on improving, is the amount of takes it takes to do the vocals. That's kind of, because like I said, Dran creates the arrangements for the song, and sometimes I mess them up and I have to re-record the whole song. But dude, it's fun. Once you get it, it's a good feeling.
So you ever this is the $1 million question. You ever lay down one and then you look at Duran and he goes, "No, that's not what I want."
Well, he's not really like that. He asked me if it's okay, and I'm yay or nay kind of thing. And I remember we did we had 4 different like run throughs of the song for me to choose from, and what I like and what I didn't like. And in fact, he took a few parts from this take and put it with this take, and a few from this and put it here, and we got the finished product. But yeah, I do that more than he does. I'm more of like a, let me do that one more time because I know I can do better. But that's one thing that I always try to do, is hold myself to a really high standard when it comes to my performances and whatnot. So,
where do you think this show? Well, I've got 2 questions, so I'm going to ask the first one. It gives you 2 songs. We're getting pretty close to an EP here. Any talk about combining all these singles into some kind of long form down the road?
It's in the future. It's definitely been talked about, but it's one of those things, man. You just gotta wait and see, So
right.
It's definitely in the near future, but it's kind of being talked about and worked on. So it's gonna happen.
That was my needle, and let's make that happen. Number 2, where do you see this song in your live show?
Do what?
Where do you see this song in your live show?
We're gonna play it towards the end of the set, and because it's so new, and hopefully people will be expecting it. So we save the best for last kind of thing. So it's actually second to last in our set list. So
cool. All right. Well, all of a sudden the train decides to come by my house. Sorry about that. Y'all, the train is not part of the song, even though it's a country song. We'll have to wait on the train song. All right, Camden. I want to get you to play one more, but let's promote some stuff. iTunes. I know iTunes is where I'll be. Any streaming format across the world of streaming, you can pick it up tonight at midnight. And is it under Camden Smith?
Yep. You just look up Camden Smith, Hard to Hold on the Bottle, and she'll be there, man. So on Spotify, Amazon, YouTube Music, YouTube, everything. So
one more thing. Are you going to go live tonight at some point after it releases? Because I know you did after the first one. It was you made me cry. You made me cry, and I didn't like it, but you did.
Yeah.
It was such an emotional process. Is this almost feel like a career now? You've got 2.
It's definitely something that I've gotten used to, and people ask me all the time, man, are you nervous to sing, and are you nervous to do this? And it's just like, I get the jitters, but why be nervous about something you're going to do every day? You know what I'm saying? So that's the answer I give them, and Lord willing, I can make that statement true. So God's been really, he's blessed us, man, a ton, and I give all credit to him. When it comes to all these shows and the songs, it's I ain't no gospel singer by no means, but definitely give thanks to him first before everybody else. So.
If you're friends of your dad, you might have saw an Amazing Grace version that might have qualified you for being a gospel singer.
I like singing some gospel tunes every now and then, but they're fun, man.
All right, buddy. It's going to be all yours. Just whatever you want to play, bring us home. And we'll be back to promote that Peaches show before we get out of here.
Yep. So I'm going to sing a song called Flower Shops by Ernest. So hopefully I like it. Yeah. It's a beautiful day. She's been crying all night. All there's tears in her blues, bloodshot in mine. Spender's been bending, still bound to break. Baby's had all she can take. So, buddy, I'll buy your roses if you cut off the thorns. She can't take no more. I'll buy violets and daisies to hide all the crazies. It's gonna take all you got. It's a bad day for love, but a good day for flower shops. Well, I took some pills and she took the dogs. It's all gone to hell. She's gone to her mom's. And I took up drinking since she took the time to tell me I took the best years of her life. So, mister, I'll take your roses if you cut off the thorns. You can't take no more. I'll buy violets and daisies to hide all the crazies. It's gonna take all you got. It's a bad day for love and a good day for flower shops. Oh, it's a bad day for love and a good day for flower shops.
Insanely good song. I grabbed hold of lyrics and the lyrics about he's took up drinking, she's went to her. That's just stuff. I just wished I would have wrote that.
Yeah,
it's so badly. All right, Camden. So we got a few more minutes. Thank you for joining us tonight. First of all, let's talk one more time. Saturday night, Peaches. We got anything other than Peaches? I know we got a Puckett show. I don't know if we want to get out there that far.
Yeah, we'll be announcing the date for the Puckett show here soon. But we will be back at Puckett, Chattanooga, Tennessee. But Saturday, we got Peaches in Rome, Georgia. Like I said, you can get your tickets. I have a link on my Instagram bio. You can go find it on posts that I've made on Facebook to get your tickets there. It's $10 online and $15 at the door. So, man, relatively cheap tickets compared to some other shows that I've seen. And tonight, in probably less than about 4 hours, we got a new song coming out, Hard to Hold on the Bottle, on all platforms. So y'all go get it and just take it to the charts. So, heck yeah, see y'all there.
The first song did chart. I think the first week out, it was number 10 in the indie chart. So we've got to at least get to number 9 tonight. So, I mean, got to at least get to a little higher.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a couple of questions. And we always talk about some people that's influenced you. First of all, I want to ask you a question about Cole Wenzel. You got to meet Cole in person. That had to be a special moment for you.
Say that one more time. You were breaking up. I'm sorry.
You got to meet Cole Wenzel face to face recently.
Oh yeah, I got to meeting Cole Wenzel.
Yes.
Yeah, that man, like you said, who influences me. Man, Cole is definitely in the top 5. And getting to meet him was crazy. One of the most. I actually got his set list that he signed for me up in the living room, and it was a crazy experience, and I'm grateful for it, man. But I have a very short list of the people who influences me, not only with music but in life in general. I'm gonna say them. Musically, Cole Wetzel and Jason Aldean and all them. and people who not only influenced me in music, but as a person is my uncle Johnny Smith, my dad Pat Rose, my papa John Alexander. All three of those men are prime examples of men and hard workers. So I strive to be like them every day, and I'm blessed to have all three of them in my life. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, strange, but one of those, your dad, Pat Rose, he's a little older than me, but I looked up to Pat. Was trying to break into the wrestling business. Pat had broke in. He was the hero to a lot of people in this area. And all power to your dad. He always announced from Trenton, Georgia, Pat Rose. So that's awesome. But Camden, thank you for taking time to join us. Thank you for throwing a couple of songs. Anything else from you, or you good to go now?
Man, love you guys. If y'all need anything, you let me know. Y'all go get the song, and I'll see y'all Saturday.
All right, Saturday night, 325 Broad Street, Peaches, Rome, Georgia. Go see my boy play. And I'm jealous if you get to go, because up until today, I thought I was getting to go. So make me jealous, y'all. Send me some videos from there. For Camden Smith, for Randall Cunningham, thank you, and go get the single.